people born wicked? Or do they have wickedness thrust upon them? You're green.
I am.
Welcome, new students, to Shiz University. Miss
Elphaba.
You can room with Miss Glinda.
Oh, popular. I know about popular. Oh, I saved you some space, by the way.
Do you really think this is fair?
I do not. I was promised a private suite. But thanks for asking.
Please, everyone take your seats. In today's Oz, a real sorcerer who possesses true magic has become all too rare.
Absolutely remarkable.
That was you who made all that happen. How did you do it?
I don't know. I've never known.
You, come with me.
Of course.
Not you. You. You're the one the wizard has been waiting for.
Glinda?
Yeoh! I know. It's my granny's. I'd give it away, but I don't hate anyone that much.
Hey!
You should join us tonight. And don't tell me you have nothing to wear. Because you could wear this.
Something has changed within me.
She doesn't give a twink what anyone thinks.
Something is not the same.
Of course she does. She just pretends not to.
The wonderful Wizard of Oz summons you to the Emerald City. Come with me.
What?
To meet the wizard.
Why couldn't possibly? This is your moment. I'm coming.
The great and terrible.
Something bad is happening in Oz.
The best way to bring folks together is to give them a real good enemy.
You have no real power.
That's why I need you.
Don't let her get away! This wicked witch.
Don't be afraid.
I'm not afraid. It's the wizard who should be afraid of me.
Hello and welcome to the NRW, where nerds rule the world and is filled with theater kids who definitely have heard of Wicked the Musical. I'm Heather Hurt, and I'm with Kuya P, who is not a queer theater kid and was probably singing this down the halls. He's also too old. He would have been out of it by then.
Definitely singing though. I was singing.
Yeah, I'm not saying you ain't singing it. I'm saying you ain't running down the halls of your high school singing it though.
No, yeah, Wicked wasn't a thing back in 1996, 95, 94. I don't remember it even being a thing. Was it a thing? Was it out?
When it got big, it got big in 2004. So in reality, no, but it was in the stages of being in production. It had been out for a while. Like everything.
So I'm a geezer then, yeah.
Yeah, he's old. I told you he's old.
Predated.
But at the same time, please remember that even though something might premiere on Broadway, it doesn't mean that it hasn't been out in production in the world for years and years and years. Many on-Broadway shows have to get picked up at an off-Broadway location, and they might even start in college. A lot of shows are a college project that are transitioned, moved off Broadway, and then are brought on Broadway. So respect time of the musical and the theater projects. All right, that's my soapbox for this movie so far, because there will probably be soapboxes of this movie. All right, Wicked. Wicked the musical, the movie, is a loose adaptation of the Gregory Maguire book, Wicked: The Life and Times of the Wicked Witch of the West. We will talk about that in a second because it is important to know some information, which is loosely based off of L. Frank Baum's 1900 The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. And of course, there are elements of the 1939 adaptation in this, but also there are not direct adaptions because Disney has some legal holdings. And you can't fight the mouse. You just can't fight the mouse. The film is directed by John Chu, with writing credits Winnie Holtzman, Dana Fox, Gregory Maguire, of course, and we're going to shout out once again L. Frank Baum because his characters, his world. The film features Cynthia Erivo as Elphaba, Ariana Grande as Glinda, Jeff Goldblum as the Wonderful Wizard of Oz, Michelle Yeoh, the Wonderful, the Beautiful, the Amazing, as Madame Morbell, and Jonathan Bailey as Fiyero, Ethan Slater as Bach, and Melissa Bode as Nessa Rose as Ness, or AKA Nessa. There are so many cast and crew in this film. We always joke about how we don't joke, we say it, but we also make jokes about how it does take a village to make a film. It takes a goddamn small planet to turn one of these musicals into a feature film. There are usually hundreds of cast, including a lot of dancers and a lot of incredible talent. We do not want to disrespect anyone. This movie has a shit ton of people in it. We could be here for an hour and a half and only probably graze the surface of how many people are truly in this movie. So with that being said, we're going to give a very quick recap of the film because guess what? It's a musical. You can see it anywhere. It's also mostly a book, and I'm going to say mostly. Once again, we'll get into that in a second. This film takes place over the first half of the musical. This is a Wicked Part 1, Wicked Part 2. I did not get the date for. I'm sorry. I believe it's 2025. I think they're supposed to be 1 year apart, even though they do take time over a little bit longer of a period.
Projected for November 25th, 2025.
I was
November 21st, 2025. So it'll be the Thanksgiving movie.
Okay, and that's technically what this was. This is a little bit after the fact. I didn't get to see it in theaters, but guess what? Because I didn't get to see it at theaters, and Kuyapi was nice enough to let me see a screener of it. I got to sing it and watch it at the same time, and without traumatizing anybody.
And singing privately in your own house.
I know, it's
without interrupting everybody else, and that's very important.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Heather will talk about that later.
I'll make a statement on it for all the people who say, including Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who nobody asked anyway. When you go to see a movie for the first time that's not a sing-along, and there are sing-alongs as of this recording, there are sing-alongs planned for December 25th, Christmas Day, to do sing-alongs of Wicked. But if you don't go to a sing-along film, please do not sing along. And that includes telling your children not to do so. The reason that we say that is this is the introduction. This universe has been around for literally 125 years almost. This musical has been around for 20 years. And that gives a lot of people a lot of time to learn about it. But that doesn't mean that this still isn't the first introduction for many, many people. So when you go to a movie that isn't a sing-along, let people enjoy it. Let people try it. Let people learn about it so that they can be engrossed in the same world that you love. So that is why we here at the NRW say, let people enjoy a movie. If you aren't at a sing-along, please don't sing along. Please don't talk through the film. Congratulations that you know all the words, but you don't need it. Other people don't need to know that you know them. Wait till the sing-along, and then at that point, sing it to your loudest that you can. The loudest that you can. Don't worry about the person up front being able to hit all the notes. Guess what? You can't. It doesn't matter. Sing as loud as you can. With that being said, once again, off of one more soapbox. Wicked is, we see Elphaba, Elfie, and Glinda taken into their first semester at Shiz University, the University of Oz. During this time, they accidentally become roommates, and these two completely opposite humans have to mesh, and they collide, and all of these things, all while there is great turmoil going on in Oz. This includes the oppression of animals who speak at the time of at the start of this film. It's a really important statement when it's, animals should be seen and not heard, and in that of oppression that might be reflective of what's going on in the real world. And if you are thinking that oppression and acknowledging oppression is considered woke, then you are the problem, not the solution. Um, you think that oppressing someone is free speech. That's not free speech. That's literally not the definition of free speech. Anyway, so we get to see their rise, and during this time, Elphaba is noticed by the magician that's currently supporting Oz, Madame Maribel, and she is brought to the wonderful Oz to test her abilities, to test her glory, and that's when we find out for the very first time that the magical and wonderful Oz might not be as magical and wonderful as he claims to be. Most people that we put on pedestals that we assume are the greatest, that have been lying to us for years and have a history of lying to us, might be liars. So funny how this is just happening right in front of our eyes.
Yeah.
This isn't me on a soapbox. This is me just telling you about the movie, by the way. So with that being said, that is the primary plot. That's the primary going on. And at the end of the film, we see Elphaba take her strength back, take her power, and leave Oz, going into one of the most pivotal songs in music theater history of today, Gravity. Which if you've never heard this musical before, you have definitely heard Gravity, like point blank you have. And with that being said, I'm going to stop talking about the plot and stop getting on tangents about the plot of the film, and how it doesn't totally, absolutely reflect our current state of mind and our current state of the world, nation. QP, initial thoughts.
I was excited for it. John Chu, Crazy Rich Asians. Come on, Asian brother. I support my peoples. You got Michelle Yeoh in there, Cynthia Erivo, Ariana Grande, Bowen Yang up in that piece, Jeff Goldblum. Like, come on now. And it's a beloved classic, in regards to Wizard of Oz. I never saw Wicked, the theatrical piece, because again, as Heather stated, I'm an old fart and it predates me. Oh, well, it's after me. See, I can't even remember words. So I'm very familiar with Wizard of Oz, and Wizard of Oz will have you thinking that the Oz is just a magical, beautiful place, and this, that, and the third, and the Wicked Witch is always evil, blah blah blah. This will tear that whole vision of what that was and tell you that yes, everybody on Oz is probably, if it was in current times, like the Republicans here in the US, very much the same type of people, and they also worship an evil orange person.
He said it. I didn't say. I just talked about
I'm saying it. I'm gonna say it now because I don't give a fuck anymore. We're heading into the apocalypse. As of this recording, we're in 2025. We're getting into 2025. And I'm just in fear of the future. But a wonderful film. It speaks on so many levels, so many layers. Outstanding performance. Cynthia Erivo just is that voice, that performance, the emotion, just everything. Ariana Grande as Glinda. I was doing that to my daughter the whole time after we saw this because that is just so hilarious and so amazing.
Because you're bald. And you're an old man and you're bald.
I'm bald. Outstanding. Just everything was great. It's beautiful. I can't wait for the second half. I've already kind of cheated by reading the Wikipedia because I enjoy the film so much and I couldn't wait till November 21st, 2025 for part 2 because I want to know what happens. I was just hoping that, Cynthia, our witch, gets her just deserves and everything. This film is amazing. It's great. I voted it for best production design, best costume design, best hair and makeup. Ariana Grande, I gave her a vote for best supporting actor. I would have gave Cynthia a vote in my best actresses, but she didn't fall in my top 3 with some of the other films that are out there. Although Cynthia gives an amazing performance. I really enjoyed the film, Heather. and I'm excited for part 2. And I understand why you and so many other of the new generation of theater kids, because I'm an older theater kid. I understand why y'all love this film so much, and love, if not the film, because you're going to tell me what you actually, if you loved it or not yet, because you really didn't say that yet. But that you loved this play and you love everything about it and the music and all that. I can understand why. And I'm just curious. It's because of the layers, it speaks to people that are passionate and are empaths and that feel for community and people. Everybody's singing the songs, but are you actually getting the message? I know you get the message, Heather, but it's making waves right now, and it deservedly so. But is America listening to the message? The fact that we voted for Trump tells me they're not, and that's what I'm just so scared about. But I love this film.
All right. Fair. My opinion is of this film. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. I definitely did. I did not sing to it. I made the joke before, but I believe that you should watch it for the first time without interruption. So I let it play. I did potentially sing a little bit in my head by accident, but I did try and watch it critically. I enjoyed the film. Some of the graphics, I won't deny, kind of got in the way at times, especially when they got to Oz. I did like that for the most part, though, from a dancing perspective, they did keep it pretty real. There were just moments where you're like, that is so fucking fake. I get that it's supposed to be magical and you can't do that in real life, but at the same time, it was kind of off-putting. I loved the moment. Most of us knew that Idina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth, who played our original Elphaba and Glinda, did have a cameo. It was wonderful to see them. I never saw the original. I definitely did not see the original Wicked, especially after it was nominated for a Tony, which, by the way, it didn't win. Go check out who it lost to, and y'all understand why it lost. The musical that it lost to is incredibly dynamic, incredible. But with that being said, I had a lot of fun with this film. I'm excited to watch it again. I will probably not be able to see it in theaters, but if I do go, it'd probably be to one of the sing-alongs where I'd bug the crap out of my husband. Ariana Grande perfectly fit the role. And I loved Cynthia in this role. She is phenomenal. She took that character, she took Elphaba and just made it her own. With that being said, I can agree with the ongoing statements that their relationship, that their dynamic in the film is not as much of a connection between Idina and Kristen. They had 20 years in those characters. That's time to build and adapt and create and build and build friendships and build those familial connections. These two women did not have that much time. You could kind of tell. They just kind of came at it, but that does not mean that their relationship was not wonderful, that they did not do well on screen together. There were just moments where their voices didn't mesh all that great. And that happens. It happens. They are two very different people. But I did love the movie. It was a lot of fun. It was great seeing some of these elements in real life at a broader scale for more audiences to see it. And I cannot wait for everyone to take a look. And very quick last minute thing that I want to talk about. We're going to try and make this review quick. Go watch the movie. That's why we're telling you to do this. When it comes to the book, Wicked, The Life and Times of the Wicked Witch of the West and its follow-up books and sequels, there have already been complaints that the posters that you see right behind QUB have been put on the digital ebooks and have been put out on some print books. There's always the movie edition of a book. There always is. It's okay. It's supposed to get people in. Please know, though, before you go in it, I love the books. I think they're great. There's, are they the best books? No, but I like them. I think they're fun. They are Brooklyn, a love story. QUP switching it up on me. This one I'm trying to do it quick. Okay, anyway, the book is a wee bit more adult. At time it can get X-rated, so please do not let your kids grab that book up if they are. Just read up on it before you let your kids read it. That's all I want to say. So with that, Wicked Part 1 is available right meow in theaters with special sing-alongs coming on December 25th on Christmas, and expect Wicked Part 2 next year, November 2025. And that's our words.
All right, y'all. Peace. What's up, y'all? Your boy QP, Nerds Rule the World, and my amazing wife. We just came out of the press screening for Wicked. Initial thoughts, babe. What do you think of Wicked?
It was fantastic. I mean, it was fantastic. It was beautiful. It was so vibrant. The music and the dancing, and I'm a musical.
Costuming.
Oh my god.
Costumes were awesome.
Really like
musicals,
and this was a great adaptation for screen, and I just can't wait to take my daughter next month to see it live. Really excited. It's gorgeous.
Just your daughter, but your husband can't
sorry,
come?
yeah, no,
okay.
Yeah. Well, all of us.
All right, Wicked's dropping very soon, y'all. I'll have a full review on the channel. My amazing wife, first time on my initial thoughts coming out of these press screenings. I had to bring the whole family, but yeah, the spectacle, the epicness of it all just is awesome. Check it out when it drops, y'all. Full review, YouTube, Nerds Rule the World, your boy KP, and my wife.